Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy ThatProEvol, and today I'm bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 rank play. Now, in the last video I made, I talked a lot about controller versus M&K and BO6, and if it's going to be a viable option for M&K to compete in the ranked BO6 scene. So today I've gathered more information, and we're going to dive right into it. So I've been playing a lot of BO6 ranked, and I have been on YouTube looking at YouTube videos. I've been in pro chats asking the pros what they think about it, and I feel like I got an answer for you guys today on the question: is M&K a viable option to compete in BO6 ranked? Not even just ranked, but just compete in BO6. And we've come to the realization that it is not. This is not a surprise to anybody. I know this isn't news to a lot of people. I know. I think what happened is we foolishly had hope that maybe Treyarch did something. But there was a video going around the internet that was pretty popular of the aim assist in Call of Duty kind of being nerfed. And when I saw that, and I think when a lot of other M&K players saw that video, they thought maybe this is a playground that we can exist in over here. And sad to say, we've come over, and the truth is, it's not. It's, if you miss one shot, you will lose against a good controller player. That's the reality of the situation. You can survive it in the lower ranks, and you can make it pretty far. I'd say probably to diamond. I'm certain you could probably make it to diamond, but you'd have to be really committed. Do I think you can go further on M&K? Yes, but the answer, like a kind of like a deeper answer to that, is more, you'd have to be like an It's Timmy, you'd have to be an Asu, you'd have to be just cracked on M&K to even compete. Because it goes back to my first point. You can't miss a shot on M&K, or a good controller player is going to have you for dinner. It's that simple. The movement, you would think, okay, M&K has movement like an Apex over aim, right? Over the aim assist, and we've come to learn that isn't true. During all of that, right, this has brought me to some other realizations, a little bit personal, but I think answers that maybe some others have been searching for a while, and it finally hit me. And so I'd like to share that with you guys today. So if you are an Apex Sweat main like me, and you've been wondering why the game kind of sucks now, and it just, something's different, it doesn't feel the same, I think we've all known it for a while what that answer is, and Call of Duty brought that in my eyes. It was the emergence of controllers and or I'm saying that wrong. It was the emergence of console and PC, right? This experiment that the competitive scene has been testing out, I think we've got our answer. Controllers, they're a more dominant form, and it's very unlikely, not impossible, but very unlikely to keep up on M&K, right? In Apex, there are people still doing it, and in Call of Duty, I think there's still a couple people doing it. I'm not too sure. I am brand new to this scene. Just remember that. But as far as I remember, when I was doing my research, one person, like in the last CDL, was on M&K, and they didn't even like make it to the finals. They didn't even place too well. And that brings me to this big realization that I've had. And I could be totally wrong. So, if you feel different, or you think I'm just completely off, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to read all of them. So, definitely drop a comment, drop a like if you don't mind. If you liking this stuff, would appreciate it. But no, seriously, it has led me to kind of this big realization that unless you're like the top 1% in MNK of like skill. I'm talking mechanical skill. I'm not even talking about game sense or your game. I'm talking about if you're in the top 1% of like mechanical skill, then you have a chance, if you have that mindset, which you probably would have at that level, but you have a chance to compete with controller. Right now, what am I trying to say? Controller, if you're like, let me break it down better. You have to be basically top 1% mouse to compete. You'd probably have to be like top 30 to 40% on a controller to compete. And that's kind of what I've realized. So unless you're extremely, extremely good, you are probably going to have a better time being on a controller to have your aim assisted, right? It doesn't mean that you can't play at these high levels. That's what I meant by game sense. And I think that's what the frustrating part comes from, and the big realization part comes from, and why a lot of us M&K players are mad, and we just don't know why. It's because we want to compete. We feel like we should be able to compete with controller, and we can't. And a lot of us are really prideful and won't admit that. And it's M&K to the death. It's console versus PC. I mean, it's not. There's never been a competition. It's PC all day. But you even see it there. You get my point. So a lot of us are just very prideful and can't admit it, because a lot of us have cracked aim without aim assist. And so we've worked hard for that. And when someone comes along who is like, let's just say, and this isn't, and I want you to try to put yourself in our shoes, right? Say you go into a game and you're playing on M&K, and someone who doesn't have the game knowledge that you have, that doesn't have the just awareness that you have, right? The positioning, the map rotation, the knowledge, whatever it may be in whatever game you're playing, they somehow compete with you because their aim is assisted. It's not because their aim is good, right? And don't take that wrong way, controller players. I know some controller players probably getting mad in their seats right now, but that's the fact. You have assisted aim, literally aim assist. I'm getting a little heated, but that's my point. Your aim is assisted, mine's not. Ours is not. So when we miss that one shot and you kill us, and it's all because like natural error that you would, it's a lot. I'm getting flustered just thinking about it. I should be doing better to put my words together. Isn't probably gonna make for the best video, but I think you guys are getting my point. It's not that like M&K players actually hate controller players or think that controller, it's just that we can't compete, and we are way too prideful to admit that we can't compete, because some of us have worked really hard and put thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of hours into being good on controller, and someone who is not skilled at a game whatsoever can come along and essentially get better scores than you just because they have aim assist on. That's where the anger comes from. That's enough of me going off about that. This isn't even a video about Call of Duty anymore at this point, but I hope that answers some people's questions. I hope my rant was entertaining. If you enjoyed that, I would appreciate you dropping a like, dropping a sub. That stuff means a lot. We've been growing the channel. We've been getting views. We've been getting comments. So I'm very happy to see that the community coming alive. And I know I got a little off topic there. I kind of went on a rant. So let's kind of summarize everything that I've said. And let's just finish off the video here. And I hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay in the background. This is some rank play gold. Gold 2, I believe. Couple questions that I think you guys may have that I'd like to answer before the video ends. Should you keep playing ranked? Will I keep playing ranked? Will I keep streaming it? And what are the plans for Call of Duty, if any? So should you keep playing ranked? Should you keep playing Call of Duty? I think that's a personal decision that you're gonna have to make. If you're like me and you've come just for the competitiveness and you're on M&K, unless you're willing to make that switch, or unless you're willing to dedicate yourself to training your aim ridiculously, it's, the answer is no. So I'm even thinking about CS over here at this point, but that's beside the point. Number 2, am I going to keep playing ranked? Am I going to keep streaming? The answer is yes. You guys have been showing a lot of love, and it makes me feel good. I think that's probably why all the YouTubers do it. I don't want to be dictated by what chat or what you guys want, but I mean, it's clear that you want some more Call of Duty content. It was the most liked video I've had on the channel. So we will be doing some more Call of Duty content. We will be playing ranked still. We will be streaming it still. So if you haven't caught a stream yet, please come check us out on the stream. We try to be entertaining. We try to be funny. I try to introduce you to maybe some new music you've never heard. So, make sure you hit that bell and come check us out when we're live. And last thing, since we got a little bit more time left in this competitive video, I would like to talk about some of the other plans that we have. I know you heard me mention CS a second ago. That's one of them. I will be this week hopping back into CS. So we're going to see how that's going to go. We're going to warm up in some Premiere. I'm nervous about that. We're going to warm up with some Premiere probably for the first couple episodes, and then we're going to hop into some Face It play. But I'm not going to hop into Face It until we learn the new maps. I've been away for a couple of years. You probably don't know. Nobody knows. But I have over 10K hours in CS. CS is kind of where I came from, where I started in my FPS M&K journey. They just added Train back. Super excited for that. I've missed Train so much. I've had so many great plays on Train. So I'm actually super excited to get back on Train and show you guys some of my insane op shot flicks. So I hope you're tuned for that. Again, that's not going to take away from the COD on the channel. We're still going to be doing COD. We're going to be doing Counter-Strike. So there's another game for you. And we're trying to figure out what the third game is going to be. If you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comment section below, and we'll probably pick that game and we'll probably play that game. We'll stream that game. I would be excited to maybe try some FPS I've never tried before. I haven't even played Off the Grid. I know that one's been getting a lot popular, so whatever you guys want, let me know. I would appreciate it. I'm really just trying to fill up the last end of this video because we got probably 40 more seconds left. And I used to do this thing on YouTube, right, where if I didn't have enough to talk about, I would fill these last seconds with just music. And so we're not gonna do that. So I'll finish talking to you guys for the last 40 seconds. But yeah, I mean, just big thanks to everybody. The love has been unreal. The comments have been unreal. The support have been unreal. I didn't think anything would necessarily happen with me streaming and posting videos. I was just doing it because I play games all day, and my friend literally told me, he's like, this is literally what you're doing, just hit record, and everybody can see it. So I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate all you guys showing up. We don't get the most views every stream, but we get some. We don't get the most likes every stream, but we get some. And it may not seem much to you guys, but each one of those means a lot to me. So seriously, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. We've been growing pretty fast. And that's it. We're not going to get too sentimental. We haven't really done anything yet. I think the next goal we're going to strive for is 50 subs by the end of next month. I think that would be pretty cool. We're pretty close to that. And yeah, so let's just keep setting these mini goals and knocking them out the park. And thank you guys so much for watching. It's been ThatProEvol, and I'll see you on the next video.